The last-minute final mock draft from at ESPN Draft Nerd Jeremy Greene. It's time to talk about the San Francisco 49ers. What are you going to do about Deebo Samuel? Well, that's a topic for another day. We're here to talk about the draft. What are you going to do in the NFL draft? You're not going to get number 10 from the New York Jets, so you can 49ers fans just come off of that.
As a Jets fan, I'm just going to tell you that's not happening.
But what do they need to do to add to this team with several picks on day 2?
I want to add a guard. I'd like to add a safety. I look at later needs in the draft. Add a corner, defensive tackle, and a wide receiver.
With the first pick for them comes in the second round, 61 overall, Dylan Parham out of Memphis.
I think he would come in and start right away as a guard and would be the ultimate replacement to Alex Mack a year or two down the line. He can come in and start at any of the 3 interior positions right now. There's so much good raw tape on him. I mean, he's not a developmental prospect. He's just not a finished prospect, and there's a lot of upside to him. One of my favorite prospects in this draft, and I think he fits really nicely with San Francisco.
In the third round, the first of 2 picks comes at 93rd overall, Nick Cross, safety out of Maryland.
He's just hyper athletic. You know, the tape on him does not scream day 2 pick to me. He's more of an early to mid day 3 guy, but the raw intangibles of him, and I have to look at the fact that he was not coached particularly well, and Mike Tomlin loves him. And I know that's a weird thing to say, but Mike Tomlin made his name in this league as a secondary coach, and Nick Cross, he knows him real well because he was his son's roommate at Maryland. So I really like the player. There's just a lot of raw. Would be an immediate special teams ace to me, and would be a third safety. I don't want to start him a full set of snaps initially. Going to be a move piece early on, and will ultimately be I think, pretty good free safety in this league.
Their third and final pick on day 2 of the draft at 105 overall. If Deebo's got a problem with him being used the way he's been used, maybe this guy can supplement some of that. Romeo Doubs out of Nevada.
Romeo Doubs strikes me as a Deebo Samuel kind of guy because he's so good with the ball in his hands. He just doesn't run routes particularly well at this point. Well, I've already seen you develop one of these guys, so why can't you not do it again?
Right.
And talking about the Deebo thing, I will not be – if you're a San Francisco fan, the number one thing you should watch tonight, what do the Jets do at 10? If they take a receiver at 10, the Deebo thing's dead. You're going to have to kiss and make up. If they don't, you mark my words, the Jets will be calling aggressively, trying to give up one of those second-round picks for Deebo with maybe 69, the third round, or pick next year to pay him what he wants.
There is a pick for the San Francisco 49ers in every round of day 3. You have 3 of them in round 6, so lots of opportunity to add some projects here.
The one I want to talk about, Kalon Barnes, very, very raw, but he's so fast. He fits this San Francisco defense very well, plays off, and his technique was usually play off, use my athleticism to break on the ball when I read the quarterback's eyes, figure out what he's doing. Problem is he was kind of susceptible to double moves. I like him in a scenario like this. Another player, Cameron Goode, really popular. Had a lot of visits. A lot of teams really interested in him. I think he would fit nicely with San Francisco.
We are balls to the wall with the 2022 NFL Draft, and we will cover them all, including the very final pick that belongs to the San Francisco 49ers. 262 picks over the next 3 days. Lock it in.
The link to the streams, all 3 days, is in the description of this video. We'll have instant analysis, team grades. We're going to expound upon my expansion draft idea from last year that we never got around to. And we're going to drink beers and tell jokes. This will be just like watching the draft at a bar with your buddies, just no risk of a DUI.
And we are the Democratic Republic of Sports. We do care about your opinions and your comments. Subscribe to the channel, get into the chat with us, and it's just going to be a fun old time. It's going to be the most wonderful time of the year. Draftmas is here.
Draftmas time is here.
I'm Tank Spencer. He's at ESPN Draft Nerd Jeremy Greene. We always come to you from the Ingles Studio. Ingles Supermarkets, low prices, love the savings, and we will see you tonight.